Dear students, welcome to this class of mine. Today I will explain to you how a notice can be written in an impressive manner. There are certain steps which a student must follow at the time of writing a notice. Notice writing is a regular feature in the writing section for students of classes 6th to 12th. Students of junior classes, say from 6th to 8th standards, they write a notice in a simple language, the way they are told by their teachers. But when you are a student of a senior class, say from 9th to 12th, then you are supposed to write a notice in a better language than what you used to write when you were a student of a junior class. Even when you are working in an office, you may be asked by your boss to write a notice on a particular event, particular program, or a particular occasion. Then you must write a good notice. One must learn how to write a good notice. When I say a good notice, its language must be good, its grammar should be correct, it must include a good vocabulary, it must include all the important relevant details. So you must learn how to write a good notice. It should contain all the relevant details in order that is important, and you will have to use a good vocabulary. Now I will discuss with you all these steps which will make you learn how to write a notice impressively. Dear students, if you have not subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe it. Let me start explaining these steps. The first step is always check who the notice is meant for and what its purpose is. Before you start writing a notice, always think for whom you are going to write that notice and what purpose it carries. In my opinion, almost each and every notice carries some purpose. So always try to mention that purpose. The second step is follow the correct format. First you will write the name of your school or institution, then notice, then on the left hand side you will write date, then in the center heading, then you will start writing the body, then you will write the name of the writer and designation if there is any, and you will write that notice in a box. What I always see that almost each and every student begins writing a notice with this sentence, all the students are informed that, then the rest of the things. No, each and every notice should not begin like this. I mean, the third step is think its appropriate heading. Heading should be an appropriate one. It could be a catchy also, it could be an interesting one also, if that suits to the notice you write. Some students, in case of notices on lost and found, they write heading lost, 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 found, found, found. No, this is not correct. This is not correct. You say lost a wallet, found a wallet, found a wristwatch, lost a water bottle, like this I mean. Lost, 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 found, 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 this is not correct. This is not correct at all. So, always conceive a good heading. If you can conceive a catchy one, it is much better. The next step is mention all the relevant details in order. When I say in order, first you will write the most important ones, then more important ones, and finally important ones. And you will also have to invent some relevant details according to the nature of that notice. The next step is mention venue, date and time. Venue means place where that program is going to be held, and then you will write date, on which date it will be organized, and then time. The next step is mention expenses and duration in case of long tours and excursions. Suppose you are being taken to Rajasthan for a week-long tour, then you will write the date of departure and time also. You will write date of arrival, but you don't have to mention time. When you will arrive, you don't know. You don't know the exact time of your arrival. So, in case of departure, you will mention date and time, and in case of arrival, you mention the date and then expenses per student. You will write these three things one below the other. The next step is write name and designation of the writer. When the body of that notice is complete, you put your name and designation if there is any. And lastly, use present and future tenses. This is very important to keep in mind. Some students write the school management has organized. No, this is not correct. You can say the school management has decided to organize, or you can use will be organizing. Never say has conducted, has arranged, has organized. No, has decided to organize, has decided to arrange, has decided to conduct, like this I mean. Or you can use future continuous tense also. The school management will be organizing, will be arranging, will be conducting, like this. So, you have to be very careful using these tenses. And one more thing, students write, key students who are interested should give their names. No, 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 don't use should. You can write this sentence like this: interested students can give their names latest by such and such a date to their respective class teachers or to the receptionist, whatever it is there. So, in this way you will be able to write a very good notice. If you can write a good notice, you can get full marks. So, keep all these steps in your mind. At the time of writing a notice, you will be able to write a very good notice. You will be able to write it impressively, as the heading of this video is telling you. Here is an example of a notice. The subject of the notice is about a summer camp to be held in summer vacation. First of all, you will write the name of the school which you get in your question paper. Below the name of the school, you will write notice, N-O-T-I-C-E. You will write the complete spelling. Then on your left, you will write the date. In the center of the notice, you will write its heading. For example, I have given here, beat the heat this summer. This is a catchy one. A simple heading would have been a summer camp at Jogindarnagar in Himachal Pradesh. Heading of a notice is always very important. The heading should arouse a curiosity in readers to know what the notice is all about. So, always try to give a good heading. Then you will start writing the body of that notice. Some of the relevant details are given in the question itself, but there are other important details which you have to invent yourself. In this case, there are three most important details. A 2-week summer camp, when it will be held during summer vacation, which place at Jogindarnagar in Himachal Pradesh. What kinds of activities will take place there? Now these are more important details. Now you will write about them. For example, trekking, paragliding, this bird watching, nature walks, games, and other environmental awareness programs. These activities will be held there. In the last sentence, you will invite the names of the students who want to join this camp. I have written here, for example, students willing to join this camp can submit their names to the undersigned latest by such and such a date. Students must use modal verb can. They should not use should or may. Keep this thing in your mind. Always use modal verb can. Then you will give other details. For example, here date of departure, time also, date of arrival, expenses per student. Now the body of the notice is complete. Leave one line blank. Then put the name of the writer, then designation if any. In this way, you will be able to write a very good notice. Notice carries 4 or 5 marks. If you write a good notice, you can score 4.5 or even 5. So, this is a scoring exercise. So, always try to write a good notice. The steps, the points I have explained to you, follow these points. You will be able to write a very good notice. Dear students, let me explain to you in Hindi also. हालांकि इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट को आपको इंग्लिश में ही समझना चाहिए. अगर आप हिंदी की हेल्प लेंगे इंग्लिश को समझने के लिए तो आपके अंदर जो इम्प्रूवमेंट है वो फास्ट नहीं होगी और एक अच्छी इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं होगी. जो लैंग्वेज सब्जेक्ट है उसको उसी लैंग्वेज में समझना चाहिए. इस वीडियो में मैंने कुछ पॉइंट्स दिए हैं, कुछ स्टेप्स दिए हैं कि एक अच्छा नोटिस कैसे लिखा जाता है. उन पॉइंट्स को देखिए, एक अच्छा नोटिस लिख पाएंगे. जैसे एक ठीक फॉर्मेट फॉलो करें, कुछ डिटेल्स आपके क्वेश्चन में ही होती है, कुछ आपको इन्वेंट करनी होती है अपने माइंड से अकॉर्डिंग टू द नेचर ऑफ दैट नोटिस. फिर आप जो डिटेल्स हैं उनको ऑर्डर में लिखिए, जो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट है पहले लिखिए, फिर मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट उसके बाद, फिर इम्पॉर्टेंट उसके बाद। और एक अच्छी वोकेबलरी और करेक्ट ग्रामर यूज़ कीजिए, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। और जो भी डिटेल्स हैं उनको आप प्रॉपरली तरीके से मेंशन कीजिए, फिर आप उसको राइटर का नाम, उसका कोई डेजिग्नेशन है, इस तरीके से लिखिए। तो आप इन पॉइंट्स को देखिए तो एक अच्छा नोटिस लिख पाएंगे। ये एक स्कोरिंग एक्सरसाइज है, अगर एक अच्छा नोटिस आप लिखेंगे तो आपके फुल मार्क्स भी आ सकते हैं। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, प्लीज़ like and share the video. Don't forget to hit the button subscribe. Please press the bell icon on all to get updates. Stay fit, stay healthy.